Hey everyone, welcome to a special podcast. It is September 9th, 2011. We are now 1 week past the mid-season finale of Now or Never. And we got a few things to catch up on and talk about, so let's get it started. I finally rewatched the mid-season finale, Dead and Gone Part 2, a few days ago. And after my initial thoughts, I kind of did not feel as fond about the episode as I first did when I first watched it. There were some really good moments in it, don't get me wrong, but I still think that All Falls Down Part 2 was way better. I know sometimes when you're watching, TV shows and that kind of stuff, you kind of gotta suspend your belief in order, for certain things to happen and take place, and I understand that, and that's fine. But I just think that there were just too many things in this specific episode that were just so out there that, the first time watching it, you're all hyped up and you're all excited, you don't know what's happening, what's going on, there's all these emotions. And then when I'm watching it again for the second time and I can really focus, there was a couple things that really just, stood out to me. The first one, off the top of my head, probably one of the biggest, is a gun is laying on the ground at prom, and Bianca is able, a minute or however long after, to be able just to walk right over, pick it up, and walk out of the prom with a gun. To me, that was just a little too ridiculous, and as for the chaperones, why were there no chaperones? I mean, not even for a security reason, but you gotta have chaperones and helpers and stuff making sure, everything is going smoothly, like people serving food and, all this stuff. I mean, I remember at my prom, there was probably 30 or 40, maybe even more people, like teachers from the school, parents helping out. I mean, tons of people, were there when you walk in and all that kind of stuff. They wouldn't have been able to get away with a gun in the show if there wasn't a lack of parents and helpers, but especially after all the drama and everything Degrassi has been through, and just the fact that it's prom, and, obviously you're not going to have a bunch of, students with no supervision. So for me, I think they could have found a way to somehow sneak a gun in. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what they could have done, but to me, that was just kind of like, okay. But the scenes I did really like, once again, when Adam got shot, and, just Drew and Adam, and the scenes with them, and all that was just really powerful, really good. I liked how they went about it, the aftermath of it, but the setup of getting the gun in and that kind of thing was just, And then with Bianca, when she took the gun to go find Vince, I was expecting, I was like, okay, Adam got shot, but I think someone else is going to die. It's either going to be Drew, Bianca, Vince, maybe more than one of them. I mean, something big is going to go down here at the end. And they kind of just, I thought maybe Bianca was going to kill herself or something. And this goes back to the whole death thing. Should there be a death in Degrassi? My thing is, a death does not, you don't necessarily need a death in a finale. They've been setting things up this season, obviously. They've done it in previous seasons where it makes perfect sense for a death. And it's like, everyone always manages to just skate through. Personally, in real life, the situation that Drew went through over the course of, these summer episodes, I highly doubt that someone wouldn't have actually died. In Drew's life, I mean, whether it be Drew, whether it be Adam, Bianca, someone realistically should have died. It's not the fact that a death makes an episode good, it's the fact that, Degrassi is always saying they're a very realistic show, and of course it is, but a death in this case is something that so would have worked and would have been perfect. Whether it be at the end, Bianca committing suicide because she can, deal with the pressures. I mean, obviously, I love Bianca as a character. I'm loving the character development with her, and I'm loving what we might get in the rest of the, the season, and I love all the characters, and seeing one of them dying would be very sad, but it's realistic, and I really think that Degrassi not having a death in so long is, in a way, hurting the show, but not hurting the show in the way that many fans think it is, which is they just want someone to die. I mean, someone should die based on the fact that people die in real life all the time. And like I've said before, no matter who you are throughout your course of high school, you've known someone that died, whether it be a close friend, a cousin's cousin, your best friend's friend, or someone. I mean, you are surrounded by death in life all the time. And yes, there were some minor deaths on Degrassi, like when Anson died in the beginning. I just think a main character, really does need to die in the show, and I think that would strongly benefit it. So there is my Degrassi rant. Since the finale has been off the air, in other news, Degrassi won some awards at the Geminis. Degrassi won Best Children's or Youth Fiction Program or Series. Pat Williams, who was a director, won for All Falls Down Part 2. And Jordan, portraying Adam, won Best Performance for My Body is a Cage Part 2. And also this weekend, tomorrow night, the cast and some of the writers and producers and stuff will be at the Emmys in Los Angeles for the Creative Arts Awards, which will be airing on Reel's channel September 17th, which is next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if Degrassi does indeed win, which I think they might, you will be able to see, them on the screen. And of course, they'll probably show them in the audience once or twice. The Degrassi game, episode 3, will finally be released very soon. Steven Stone was testing final things for it. You will also be able to start using Degrassi points that you can save up from playing the game to buy future episodes. So if you haven't picked up the Degrassi game yet, it's only 99 cents for episode 1. Also, the Degrassi Season 10 Part 2 DVD finally being released. I'm not really that excited for it because the quality and the sets of the release have gone down drastically. This one, I think, will slightly be, better. I think it's on 2 discs this time for the US, because you remember last time Canada got 4 discs for season 10 and the US got 1 disc double-sided, which I thought was ridiculous. And I still need to purchase the Canadian version, but just for the sake of having the complete series on DVD, that is coming out. There have been a couple different dates. I know Amazon, some places say Amazon will be shipping it this Tuesday, but I guess I heard that the US is getting it the 20th and Canada's getting it the 27th. I'm not quite sure on the dates. There's always drama surrounding the release, the exact dates, but sometime this month you can pick it up. It's on Amazon right now in the US for just $14.99 for all the episodes, and it does come with some bonus webisodes as well. Also, if you haven't heard, we now know that the preview shown at the end of Dead and Gone was for a 1-hour episode titled Bleeding Love, and it takes place right before the new fall season starts. No one really has officially said that any new episodes will be airing before 2012. We're supposed to get some sort of official announcement very soon. Personally, I don't think there's any way possible to show any episodes because besides, what they're dubbing the Halloween special is, it's 2 episodes, and then they only have 2 more that they filmed, and they don't go back to filming yet for almost another month. Yeah, there won't be really much time to put episodes on TV. So don't expect any new episodes, most likely, for the rest of this year, because it's just not possible with time, unless maybe they start in December, but I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I feel like we would have really known by now. I think they'll probably start, right after the first week of January, and they'll get going right from there. But, for an official announcement, we'll have to see. And finally, a lot of Degrassi special stuff will be coming to you, brought to you by me, starting in October. I can't officially announce what it is yet. I don't have all the final details and confirmation, but hopefully by next week I'll be able to start sharing some details. There will be a bunch of stuff coming throughout October, November, December, and January if all goes well, so stay tuned in the coming weeks for a lot of cool stuff. Thanks for listening, and I will see you all soon.